So, NXT Takeover is over. Now, I'm going to give you guys my honest opinions about it, and it's all my opinion, so take it or leave it. So, here we go. Let's talk about this show and see what went down at NXT Takeover Portland. So the show started off with Keith Lee versus Dominic Dijakovic for the NXT North American Championship. Wow. An NXT Takeover event that actually starts off without having a tag team title match. Finally, it seems like NXT is finally learning to not have tag team matches as your opening matches every single takeover. Keith Lee gets the victory here, which obviously makes sense. It's too early for Keith Lee to be dropping the title. So Keith Lee gets the victory there over Dominic Dijakovic in 20 minutes and 20 seconds. Next we had Dakota Kai taking on Tegan Nox. My honest opinions about this match was okay. It was actually pretty good. So, and at the end of all of it, Dakota Kai would get the victory due to outside interference. Some girl made her debut. Apparently, I just checked here. Her name is Rachel Gonzalez. I think that's her name. Because I needed to have a look to see who it was. And a lot of people think she looks a lot like Sonya Deville, which I kind of find funny. But Dakota Kai gets the victory here. Next we had Finn Balor versus Johnny Gargano. I don't know why they're not calling him Prince Balor, because his goddamn Titantron says Prince Balor. He calls himself the Prince, so I don't know why he's not called Prince Balor instead of... I don't know why he's still called Finn Balor when he's supposed to be Prince Balor. If it's supposed to be his nickname, then why don't they call him the Prince Finn Balor? I don't get it, but either way, but it doesn't matter. Finn Balor versus Johnny Gargano gets the win. Finn Balor... I was actually about to say Finn Balor versus Johnny Gargano gets the win. That's exactly what I was about to say. But thankfully I paused. Finn Balor gets the win here with a coup de grace. Now, if there's a little minor complaint that I'll bring that up in the main event, because it makes more sense to bring it up there than here. I'm pretty sure it happened in this match, but I'll bring it up in the main event because I think it was clearly obvious it happened there. Next we had Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. I don't know why people wanted Bianca Belair to win this match. Because the thing is here is that fans wanted her to win because it was Black History Month. That's what people were saying. Now, with all due respect, I don't think that should be a reason for someone to win a title. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just being honest. Bianca Belair is impressive. She is impressive, but I don't see the appeal of her. I don't see what the fans see in her. Now, it may be because I barely watch NXT. I don't watch a lot of NXT. I don't see a lot of her character like most people. But I don't really find the appeal in Bianca Belair. whenever I see her selling moves, it doesn't look, to me, whenever I see her do some selling, to me, it doesn't look all that great. It's just my personal opinion. I'm not trying to, belittle her or say she's trash. She's definitely better than Lana. She's definitely better than Lana and a lot of the other average females in WWE. She's definitely past that level. But I don't see the appeal of her. She was impressive, but I don't see the appeal. I'm not saying I can't see the appeal of her. She was very impressive, though. Rhea Ripley obviously gets the victory here. And, it makes sense. The right person won. Doesn't make sense for Rhea. It doesn't make sense for Bianca Belair to win this match regardless what month it is. Rhea Ripley gets the victory. Charlotte attacks both Rhea and Bianca. She attacks Rhea first, confirming that she'll be taking on Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. And she just throws Bianca Belair into the steps just for the hell of it, I guess. I guess they're going to include Bianca Belair to the match at WrestleMania, because why else would they just have Charlotte just attack Bianca Belair? To be honest, I would rather not have Bianca Belair involved. I would actually have Bianca Belair in the WrestleMania Battle Royal, and I'd actually have her win it. That's what I would do. Sure, it'd be on the pre-show, but having Bianca Belair win the WrestleMania Battle Royal would actually be best suited. So then that way, she can get her call up to the main roster. That's what I think should happen this year. I think an NXT talent should win the Women's Battle Royal. I think Bianca Belair is the perfect choice to win the Women's Battle Royal. And as for the Men's Battle Royal, I don't know, depending on who they want up. Next we had the Broserweights, Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle. God, these guys are terrible. I don't like either of them. Taking on the Undisputed Era's Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. As I call them, the Poozerweights, because that's exactly what they are. They are poo. They are trash. They are terrible. I do not understand what Triple H sees in Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. I don't. I literally do not understand what Triple H sees in these two guys. Matt Riddle runs his mouth about Goldberg. He runs his mouth about Brock Lesnar. But you give this guy a title? You have him talk all this trash, causing issues backstage, but you give this guy a championship? Give me a break. If this was anybody else, you would punish them. Or not even give them anything. If anybody else had backstage heat, they'd be punished. They wouldn't be on TV. But apparently Matt Riddle can talk all the crap that he wants. He can still get away with it. Because all he has to say is, bro. Give me a break. This guy is awful. So is Pete Dunne. So is Pete Dunne. They're not that good. They're not as good as people say they are. And they don't even make a good tag team either. Their characters as a tag team is absolutely ridiculous. Driving around in cars. Stealing aeroplanes. I tell you, if this shit was on the main roster, people would be tearing it apart. If this was main roster, people would be tearing it apart. Give me a break. The fact that the Broserweights are now our tag team champions makes me want to vomit. Can't wait to see Pete Dunne not defend another title for the next 2 years. Give me a break. During his entire UK title run, he barely ever defended his belt. Trash. Ridiculous. The poozer weights. The lamer weights. They're your new champions. Worst decision in NXT history. I'm sorry. I am sorry if I break any of your hearts. Tommaso Ciampa and Adam Cole baby is our main event. Now, I want to mention something real quick, and this is one of my big complaints about NXT. I know many people may look at it as a minor one, but I consider it a big issue because it happens all the time at NXT takeovers. People complain, and don't backtrack. Don't try and say, oh, it's because it's NXT. I don't give a shit if it's NXT. I don't give a shit if AEW does it. I don't care what company does it. If anybody does it, it should be called upon. Okay? So listen to me. On the main roster, when we see this all the time on the main roster as well, when there's an epic match, normally whenever a finisher is thrown, the wrestler kicks out of the finisher. You know, shock and awe. Oh my god, he kicked out of the finisher. But there's been a few times on the main roster where we've seen the finishers, you know, maybe once or twice or 3 times or 4 times, like Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns kick out of 6 F5s and people didn't like it, which was understandable. But here we see Tommaso Ciampa and Adam Cole kicking out of each other's finishes. I swear, Adam Cole, when he wrestled Johnny Gargano, I can't remember what takeover it was, but it was either the takeover he became the champion, or it was the takeover he lost. I can't remember what takeover it was, but I swear to God, I remember a takeover where Adam Cole delivered the last shot 4 times, and Johnny Gargano kicked out each and every time. I didn't hear a single person complain about the finisher being diminished. Ciampa and Adam, mainly Ciampa, because I saw him do the Project Ciampa a few times. I saw him do the fairy tale ending a couple of times. Adam Cole kicks out of everyone. Pretty sure Ciampa would have kicked out of the last shot a couple of times. So why does NXT get away with finishers can be kicked out of every single time, but people don't complain? But when the main roster does it, it's an issue. I don't get it. I don't see the differences. It's the same situation. This is why I tell you guys, I'm unbiased. I don't show favoritism. I don't show favoritism to anything. If there are things that I don't like, I don't like. And you have to live with it. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If you like it, you like it. Doesn't bother me if you like it. Doesn't bother me if you don't like it. But the fact that I don't like seeing finishers constantly kicked out of, it really makes the finisher not really all that impressive. I see it all the time at NXT takeovers. Every single time a wrestler's finisher is kicked out of. They're called finishers. They're supposed to win you the match. But anyway, besides that rant, another stupid decision WWE goes ahead and does here is that they have Johnny Gargano turn heel. They have Johnny Gargano turn heel on Tommaso Ciampa. Why do we need to see another Johnny Gargano Tommaso Ciampa feud? I get the roles are reversed, but it's still the same match. Once again, main roster gets crapped on for rehashing matches, rehashing feuds we've already seen. So why are we seeing another Johnny Gargano Tommaso Ciampa feud? I don't get it. I literally do not understand this. This is a downright stupid decision. Johnny Gargano wasn't a good heel in the first place. You tried him as a heel in the first place against Aleister Black, and that didn't work out. His first heel run was a failure. And so you're trying it again? What makes you think it's going to work a second time? I don't get it. These are the questions that I have. These are the questions I need answered. Why? It's stupid. So yeah, Adam Cole retains due to Johnny's heel turn. Great. Can't wait for Ciampa versus Gargano round 100. Can't wait to see another 100 matches between these two, making them even worse than Charlotte and Becky's feud. Anyway, guys, that is all I've got for you guys for NXT Takeover. It was a good show. It was a good show, but the last two things I personally wasn't a fan of. Broserweights becoming tag champions and Gargano's heel turn. I wasn't a big fan of those things, but everything else, it was fine. Everything else was good. So, hit that thumbs up if you guys did enjoy. I would like to try... I want to see if I can get a like goal here. I know I've never asked for this, but I want to see you guys smash that like button, and I want to see you guys try and get this to 10 likes. If we can get this to 10 likes, I greatly appreciate it. So, let's see what happens. See you guys next time.